Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to another junk journal with me. Today I am going to do a layout and I'm going to do some photos here from the solar eclipse day, and I kept our glasses because of course I keep everything, and I have basically some scraps that I'm working with, and this is from that Zodiac paper pad that I used for some dream journals, and I just have so many scraps that I just wanted to use scraps for this, and this is actually going to be my first layout in here. Actually second, that's right, second, because I did this one on a video. So I'm just going to flip through and find a page I want to work with. Alright, so I'm going to do this layout here, and even though watermelons does not go with this theme, I can cover this, and I like that this little thing is in the middle here. This is some like Japanese paper, I think, and I made a pocket out of it, so that will be perfect. And then this opens up and I can do some journaling in there. So let's get started. I'm just going to kind of play around and figure out what papers I want to cover this with, and maybe I'll cover that side as well. But I really do like just kind of utilizing my scraps for these layouts. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one down. This is like a marbly print, and I think that will be good. So I'm going to cut these down. Okay, so I'm kind of realizing that the pictures I'm using are pretty big, so they are going to basically cover this entire area, but I'm still going to use this as a background. It will peek out, and if I wanted to save some of the paper, I wouldn't need to cover this entire area, but just because it's going to be quicker, I'm just going to do this right here. So I'm going to use that piece with the moons, and then this little piece with the crescent moons and stars. This paper is so awesome, and I seriously cannot wait to use it to make some more dream journals. I think I might want to make one for myself because I do have lots and lots of dreams that are just crazy, and I used to actually write my dreams down, but anyways, okay, and this marbly piece, we will glue this down, and if you can see, I actually just tore that, and I totally forgot that I wanted to use my Distress Oxides around the edges here, but that's okay. I can still add it to this one, and then I can just do it around the edges of this one afterwards. And I'm just messily doing it. Again, this might not show, and sometimes when you're adding, layers in your journals or embellishments, not everything's going to always show up. You are probably going to end up covering some of it up sometimes, but that's okay. I feel like there's no way to really plan it out just right, because unless you already know what layers you're going to be adding, but I kind of do it like spur of the moment kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and glue this down on the other page, and then I think I'm going to actually mat my photos. I don't usually do that, but I like this paper so much that I definitely want to incorporate as much as I can. And I might even I can do just maybe like a little strip. This holographic piece is so cool. So yeah, I'm going to just use this holographic strip here, and I'm thinking about maybe layering in, I have a little piece of a coffee dyed doily. I think that always looks kind of good peeking out like that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then the glasses can go down here, and they're going to hang out of the edge a little bit, but I am always okay with that. And to be honest, I kind of like having things sticking out of the edge, so I'm gonna go like this. And by the way, guys, this is one of the first times that I've printed photos on my new printer, and I think it looks really good. It definitely looks good than my other printer, and I thought that one was good. And this is an Office Jet. I'll have to look in a minute. I have people ask a lot about recommendations for printers, and I don't know anything about printers, so I don't want to recommend mine because I don't know if it's supposed to be a good one. I mean, it is, but you know what I mean? I don't know how to compare it. So okay, for these, I was thinking about clipping them on with a paper clip. So let's make a really quick embellished paper clip. I have a small paper clip here, and I have this little crescent moon charm, and since it already has a little hole here, I could just slide it on like so, and then it will be dangly, and I think that will work okay. So we'll just clip that on the side. Yeah, that's perfect actually, and then that will look super cute anyways. I don't know why I said anyways, but okay, so let's do this page over here. So now, and I do have to trim my photos down quite a bit because my journals are usually not any bigger than 6 inches wide, and a lot of people use 4x6 photos. So sometimes I will just print them out smaller. I actually try to do that because that works better, but you can always trim them down. That definitely doesn't help if you're wanting to use like photos that you can't reprint, but that's just okay. So we'll just go like that. I'm trying to think what I want down here. So I'm just playing around with this because I'm not liking the photo placement either down here or up here, because we're gonna have this piece. So let's just work on the tag then, and I'll come back to this. Sometimes you just have to do that. So I'm gonna use this. It says Stay Wild Moonchild, and I'm going to do journaling on the back of this, I think. And then I have this awesome trim. It has some moons and stars on it, and I just cut a piece off, and I am actually just going to staple this on here, and that will be our little pull tab for this tag. And I got this in a mixed bag from Mattis Lace and Trimming on eBay that I've talked about before. Yeah, that's gonna be perfect because now it's like a tab for the page. Okay, so we got that, and I like this as is. I think that it already matches well. I may have to glue this down just so it doesn't move around, but I have some scrapped vellum. I mean, I think it's just not going to look perfect just because you have that flap in the middle. So I'm just gonna play around with this for a minute. All right, so I realized that yes, I really needed something down in this spot. So I just wrote out Solar Eclipse 2017, well, 17. And I'm just going to make a little layered kind of embellishment. I have some gold thread here and some pink cheesecloth and a piece of doily, and I'm actually going to staple these together just because I want the staples on this. I like the look and it adds some texture, and then we'll glue this down. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta step away and take a sec, and that's what I gotta do sometimes. So now I'm just gonna add glue to the back of this, and I think I'm going to be much happier with this layout now. Okay, so, well, I'm gonna set that aside actually because I have a longer piece of vellum here that I'm going to glue down. And you can't really see it on camera, but it does add to it, and I'm just gonna add a little bit. Glue can kind of wrinkle vellum, and I'm okay with that, but I'll just add glue where it's going to be hidden by a photo. And then some more of that doily, and I'll actually put this up on the top since I do have a piece of that doily on the bottom of that solar eclipse title. And then we'll go like that. Just add this up here, and then that doily will kind of stick out the top of the book, which I totally like. I'm a fan of that. And then we'll put this title down here. There we go. And I probably could move this photo down just a little bit actually so that everything looks complete once you have this away. Okay, I'm liking that much better. And I'm just going to finish this off with some enamel dots kind of sprinkled around the page. And I'll probably, when I'm done filming this, I'm probably actually going to add a little bit of glue on the backs of these just because I find that these do kind of fall off over time. So I want them to be permanent, but for right now, I'll just go like this. And I like the orange too, actually. I think that kind of adds a little bit of color and it looks good. So we'll put one down here. And I think I am happy with that. So that was a really fun layout. I love layouts that have interactive things like these glasses, you know, and years from now we can take this off and use them, except for the fact that I just realized I did add glue to that, so you can't do that, but that's okay. You get the point. So there we go, guys. I hope that this gave you some inspiration for using your own junk journals, and I hope that you liked this video. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.